The truth does not compare with what you see and what you hear, then you don't have the truth. So I don't run from you when I teach. You can question me all you want to. No, because I have your answer. God have given it to me, not me myself. He give it to me, to give to you. And if you use it, lucky are you. We see here, on this board before our eyes, two flags. And we see under one flag here a cross, and a man hanging on a tree. All of this you know to be true. I thought I'd wait until you go over this cross, pardon me, over this drawing a little bit as I'm coming into it, to teach you the understanding of it. Here on this board, you'll see the flag of America, and you see the flag of Islam. In the flag of America here, you see the sign that they use for their religion. You see red, white, and blue as colors. Over here you see white and red only. These are very good teaching that you should know. Between the two flags, you'll have these words written. Which one will survive the war of Armageddon? When will that be? It's on now. Armageddon is on now. You will not be hearing the truth of these things. The truth is only to come when the falsehood has failed.
Yes, sir.
As long as falsehood can rule, it remains. Like night. As long as the night can rule, you won't see no day.
That's right. Yes, sir.
So he uses all of these signs and truth teachings that we contend with each other daily.
Yes, sir.
Now between here we have written, which one will survive the war of Armageddon? What is Armageddon war? It's a war that clashes with falsehood. Truth clashes falsehood, and falsehood clashes truth. Falsehood will try to continue to rule, and truth must overcome it and cast it out. That flag to our right here contains only two colors, red and white. The meaning of these two colors is that red represents truth. This is the first thing that we had in the universe. It was a red ball of fire to lighten up the universe. That's the sun. The sun is a red ball of fire. Something like about 800,000 miles in diameter. That's a very big sun. 800 miles in diameter, right through it. Now, that ball of fire, which is nothing but fire, the sun, don't get it mixed up with some old slavery teaching. It's no spook. We are sure it's fire. We have tested and drawn fire of it. So it is a ball of fire that winds up a cycle which 9 planets make. That sun strikes all of these 9 planets. And the farthest away of all the planets is the one you call Neptune. That planet is 4,600,000,000 miles from the sun. And yet that sun strikes it just a few hours in our regular day. It makes it revolve around. What sign is that? That wherever the light of truth touches human beings, it changes. That God teaches us the science of that Pluto or Platoon planet, 4,600,000,000 miles from us. He used it for a sign of us. We've been 4,000 years off from him. 4,000 years out from the history of this 6,000 years that Moses taught Israel. Moses' teaching didn't touch Israel until it already had been 2,000 years since he was cast out from us in Arabia. That left us 4,000 years to wait with him. Now, since we wait with him the 4,000 years, he clipped us for 400 years of it. We have been blinded to the knowledge of ourselves for 400 years. So, we have this sign before you for you to read and learn something from it. You see stripes of red, stripes of white, and then you see a blue square here full of stars. What does that mean, Elijah? It means truth in the American people. This is their flag. It's the root meaning of themselves. It means that this white represents themselves, their color. That red represents the sun, and the red representing the sun along beside an equal stripe of white, that the red represents the truth, and the white represents the white people, and that the blue represents untruth, like the sky. We say there's a blue sky. You can go up there 1 billion miles and you'll never find no blue. So today, God has given me the secret of all these things. And I'm here to teach you the secret. That blue represent untruth. Just as the sky looks blue, but it's no blue sky. So you may chase it all day and all night long in your planes, and you won't find no blue sky up there. Let's don't get... You may say, well, Mr. Muhammad, I say you have on a blue suit. That means you untrue? No. This blue I'm wearing, I live among untrue people. And to get among them, to get their attention, you look like them. And you can creep up to them. He thinks that's himself. The American flag and its true meanings. When the original scientist designed this for white America, he told him, he says, I put the blue in here for you because you will not be true. Blue represents untrue color. See, there is nothing by nature is actually true in blue. It always can be disappeared because that's not the true color of nature or the universe. Science, the true color in the universe is the sun, and the sun is something that is far. It's red. And it produces colors. Wherever there is a artificial light plant, it can change that artificial plant into another color. Because it is the master that does this. The sun brings up the colors out of the earth into plant life and into other lives, creeping, crawling, walking life. The sun can change it to whatever it wants it to be, or whatever is the nature of the sun, pardon my language. It will change it to something else. Pardon me, I'm going on a little slow with you. I'm not going to. You that have never studied the universe and the planets in the circle of the universe, as it's a circle itself. The whole universe is a circle. You that have never studied this, though you have studied astronomy yourself, some of you, but I said you have not gotten this deep in it because the teachers that taught you some knowledge of astronomy didn't have it themselves. And if they had it and knew that the meanings of it, the end of it is you, he's not going to teach it nowhere. No. This is why they don't type me and put in their paper to make me prove what I teach. It makes him so little in it until that you had to take something like a magnifying glass to try to find. So therefore, he don't want to carry me out here before you. I will love to have him to stand here and challenge him. I would give him $20,000 every hour he would come here and try to contend. Well, Mr. Muhammad, I think you're talking too fast. No, I am not.
No, sir, you're not.
I have mine from God.
Yes, sir.
And what he have came from God.
Yes, sir.
But God gave him the wish of that he had in his storehouse.
Yes, sir.
And he made the worst man that ever lived in the sun.
Yes, sir.
As we have not got to that yet. But you will agree with me when I have taught you how he was made and give you the knowledge of how you can test the truth. Since you don't know how to test real truth because you've never heard real truth, I can teach you how to test it. I can teach you how to attack me and show you how I can ward you off. We see these signs, and that scientist that gave America a flag was a black man. She didn't know how to make one with science like the black man, because the black man was the maker of all this color and stripes. So he made America one with truth and with justice and with fire that will ultimately destroy the falsehood that will come in the sun. He put it there before the white man's face in this color. Don't call it old glory. It's old hell to you. Not old glory. They're fighting the truth and putting other than the truth with truth. You can't call it a old glory for you, because you are made of truth, but a deceiver of truth. Deceive you of the knowledge of truth. Therefore you think that you're the same fellow that he is. You are not. Because one like yourself made him. He didn't come with us. We made him just 6,000 years ago. And he will tell you himself that man has been on this earth for hundreds of thousands and millions of years, trillions. Then the man he referred to there means you. The man that didn't came with the sun and the moon and stars, he is not referred to as the man. The human made into man, he's called a human man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And not to be called man. Man, period, is you and I. The white man is called mankind. And he knows himself to be that. And he refers to himself as mankind. Well, that is in the Bible. He said he made him like a man. But yet he was not the man. So that's pretty good. He admits these things. When he said mankind, he's referring to white people. He's not referring to you. You are not to be called or represent yourself as mankind. You are not a kind-like man. You are the real man. And the Lord said, let us make man. Think over that. And you have believed it. And you thought that meant all of us. There was no such thing that God said, let us make a black man. Because no man knows when the first black man was made. As there was no circumference or diameter, or I should have said first, there was no diameter measured through the darkness that we created ourselves out of, unable to measure it. We can measure it now, but not then. Ask me sometime after this evening, I'll tell you what I meant by telling you that we couldn't measure it then. Nothing I will say up here on this platform that God have not given to me the root of it.
Yes, sir.
And if you don't believe I'm telling you the truth of it, just because you don't know it, then you get someone that you think know it. Ask him to challenge this truth for you, and you won't find it. The scientists of the Bible and prophets couldn't find it. They prophesied of me in these words there. In Isaiah, I think you'll find it. They will shut their mouth at him. They who? It means the scientist class of the white people.
Yes, sir.
They will not try and dispute with me. And they don't do it. And you should have remembered when I went to Washington in 1959. They have great respect for me. The government sent out its soldiers and welcomed me into Washington from the airport. Right up and down Pennsylvania Avenue. They respected my knowledge. But you can't do that. I can hardly get respected in your backyard. Because you don't know. But they know. Twice they did that. They'll do that tomorrow if I go there. Never have you had a preacher to go to the government capital and they escort you from the airport up and down Pennsylvania Avenue. Because he don't have that kind of knowledge. They give him what he knows. But they didn't give me what I know. I'm like it's written in the Bible, and they put it in the name of Jesus. But this is the one that is saying this to you. He says there, when they challenged him for his knowledge of his education, he told them in answer, mine is from above and yours from beneath. They didn't question him further, because what come up out of their civilization had no equal with that which come from God who was before. This is the meaning of that, mine from above, yours from beneath. The beneath means that what you know come from a wicked man of whom we made. But mine come from the man above that man's knowledge, whom we have no birth record of. It takes time. We return now to our left, here on the board. And that on the left here, under the American flag, we find there is a cross. Outside of his flag, he has a cross. What does that mean? That he's at the crossroad of the truth. He will lead you either way, because he have no straight path to the truth to lead you on. And he called it Christianity.
Yes, sir.
Christian. Christ means the crusher.
Yes, sir.
The plural part of the word, it means all that follow such teachings.
Yes, sir.
Christianity. Anything pertaining to the preaching of the gospel of the Christian religion, which refers to a prophet that they killed when he came among them trying to teach them Islam.
Yes, sir.
They killed that man. They killed and persecuted all the prophets of Islam who was teaching them the truth. They being made just in opposite of the truth, they could not have truth to come up in among them. It would destroy the future of their civilization. And people would believe in truth, and he could not get them to believe in his other than the truth. Christianity is other than the truth. That's why white people who are made of other than the truth want you to believe it. They don't tell you that it came from God. When they made Adam, Adam was not taught truth. He was taught evil so that he could trick the truth believer and make the trick believer, the true believer, believe in their other than the truth. This would get him off the path of righteousness, and he will become an evil doer. You notice all your life, you can get a good laugh out of white people as long as you act a fool. And as long as you want to jump up on the stage and dance and sing evil and filthy songs. And you pull off half your clothes up there and show the filth of yourself. You're all right with them. That's all they want the so-called Negro for. To show the world that he, the white man, made a fool out of one of your members, and now you don't want him. So as long as your own people and my people are of the good, and of the good world, refuses you, then he can laugh and say, oh, I beat you, God. I've taken him away from you, though he be one of you. But I robbed your God of it. And he follows and obeys me. So, my friend and brothers and sisters of the nation that have no birth record and have no inn over yonder. There's no such thing as a beginning to black man, nor is there any such thing that you can prove truthfully an end of him. You can't prove truthfully his birth. Though we can get him after his birth. But we can't tell you the atom of life which started him into perfection of a stature and form of a man. We can't tell you that thing. We can get back there. God has taught me so near to it until I will not go in that kind of teaching with you, because I don't believe you have enough knowledge to go halfway of the man. But I have been taught so near to him that you will have to put the counting of years on it yourself. I am not able, because I would have to go to how long darkness took to produce the atom in which the man was made from. For 400 years, he made our fathers and ourselves to bow to death. That sign there represents death, a cross. And put the tree and the cups hanging off the tree to show you what he do for you in Christianity. He can't do that so easy when you come out of the stars and the moon and the sun. He will get overtaken one day and be slaughtered. He would not be able, out of all the Muslims in the country, he would not be able to kill over 300 before the end of himself would come. That 300 is not from myself, but from the mouth of God. He won't be able to give over 300 Muslims before they kill all of him. He knows all of this. He's bound to attack us one day. But we have what they call in the Bible 7 angels here with us. And Allah told me he's not enough for one. That one, the 7 of them, all would like to get a hold of him. But he's like a mouse among 7 hungry cats. And there's not a full meal of the mouse for one of these 7 cats. I'm not going to wear you out, but I have not yet begun, as some of these brothers and sisters know that it takes me a long time to go through this here. I'm challenging the root of what you've been listening to. And therefore, I cannot tell you the root of the creation of man and his characteristics and what he's to end up with doing in no few minutes. I don't care how fast I talk, I couldn't do it. The best I have made out in the time of teaching this history is about 5 hours. I cut it down from 6 to about 5. But it takes hard work to do it. As the world of the white man was given 6,000 years to live and rule us and take us to hell with him if he can. It takes 6 hours to teach that history. I have worked on this history for years, for 40 years. 40 years. I didn't say 4 years. 40 years. I have been teaching this history. I have taught it at times when the Spirit of Allah would get on me until I could hardly lie down when I go home. My wife, if she was here, she would tell you so. But she's unable to be here with us today. She was here last Sunday. But she's in hospital now, suffering with a very, very, very dangerous complaint. And she probably will be with us as soon as she's able to do so. Looking at the old cross, Christ my Lord, they say, my Redeemer, died for us. When would God be fool enough to come out and die for the devil? Jesus died for us. And, well, if he died for you, how many more Jesus does it take now to free you? We have been mistreated by white people since the death of Jesus more than before. We was not here in North America for the white man to mistreat us in the time of Jesus. We just came here, or was brought here rather, 300 years ago, 400 years ago.
Yes, sir.
If we had been here in the time of Jesus, when Muhammad was born, he would have come and gotten us. So says God. One or two of his generals, when they got to the ocean, the history teaches us that the horses who staved at the surface of the sea, and they lifted up the sword, shaking it at the sea, and said, if it wasn't for this sea, I would keep on to the ends of the earth, putting to death every infidel that I find. So God taught me. He says, Elijah, he says, if you all had been over here at that time, he said, he would have gotten over here and got you himself. He said, all love you. He said, but the devil and I have spoiled you so they don't want to take up the time to try to put you back where you once came from. He said, they don't want to teach you. You're so spoiled and ruined by the devil that they can't stand your insults. So they left the work up to me and you to do. He says, and we are not going to miss him. Marcus Garvey made an attempt, he says. He loved you all, but he didn't have the knowledge that he should have had to have brought you out of. Noble Drew Ali, he says, he tried. But he was not able because he lacked the knowledge. He said, now they have all left them to us, you and me. There is no one to get them now but you and me. The job is on us. He said, but when I have gotten through teaching you, you will be able to get them all. Not that I would ever be able, with whatever teaching he would give to me, unless he was with it himself. We can't give life to the dead without his help. Even though we may know the key to the knowledge of that which he should rise by, we still can't do it unless he is with us. There's much that you shall know in this day and time. I'm so glad and thankful to God for giving to us this shelter to teach you the knowledge of yourself in, because you are a proud people. You will go to church wherever you find the finest one, you'll try to get in it. So now this is the finest one that is in the land. The devil will bear me witness. He have already bore witness. He called it the 10 most finest church there's in the country. Now, we went to an extremely task to try to buy it. If we had been white, we probably would have gotten the church for $2 million. But since we are black and haters of whites, they doubled it. They charged us $4 million for this church. We have not paid the $4 million, but having true friendship and brotherhood with our people in Africa, they loaned us the $4 million to pay. We have friendship all over the earth. Throughout the islands of the sea, we have friends. This was done to let you know that we have friends. For these people of ours in Africa to loan us the money to buy this church with, they didn't give it to us. They loaned it to us. They may give us some part of it later on when they learn of our great work, that they too must come by it before they can be saved. Oh, Christianity, the old doom of black man. This is the thing that doomed you. Yes, sir. And that the knowledge of it today will save you. That cross is enough to put a cross there representing their bloodthirsty death for human beings of righteous. All throughout your Bible, they was after prophets who would come among them preaching the truth. And some they beat up, jail up, and some they killed. And I'm the last of those righteous reformers. I'm the last one. Your Bible will teach you that. And I will prove it to you if you come and listen. There is no need for a prophet to come after me. Why? Because I bring you face to face with God and man. Oh, stands over there with a man swinging from a limb. As he swung that righteous from the cloth he made, following him was his people. Going, ascending the limbs of trees for his body to be riddled with bullets from the Christian gun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
So we are here sent from God himself, having the power from God to put an end to it. My work is to put an end to it. And by Allah we will do it.